Hi, this is Kyle and Christine reporting from Poland. We're filming on November 11th, which marks our 4th month here in Poland exactly. And we just want to say thank you for taking an interest in us and wanting to get an update. We'll give you an update as we go along, but first we just want to talk about our adjustment here to Poland. Overall, things have been going smoothly. Christine, could you say a little bit about our adjustment?
Yeah, the church here in Grodzisk has been very welcoming to us and made an effort to make the transition as smooth as it can be. Moving to a foreign country, taking us grocery shopping. One challenge has been not having the use of our car, which we hope to have maybe next month when our visa status is approved. But the Lord's provided bikes for us with children's seats, so we've been biking around Grodzisk, and it's been a good way to see the city, I think, and the Lord's been providing for us.
Yeah, and one other challenge that we wanted to mention too is that Christine's health has been up and down. Some of you may know that for over a year she's had some health trials, and then just before we left they were getting quite a bit better, and then since we've been here it's been really up and down and quite a bit down at times. So we're trying to trust the Lord through that, and we'll mention that probably again toward the end when we talk about some prayer requests.
But His power is made perfect in weakness. So
not being able to speak the language and then having health problems, we definitely feel our weakness. So anyway, we'll show you some about our impressions of Poland and some other things about our ministry updates as the video continues on.
One observation we've made in Poland is about how conservative the country is. For example, abortion is still illegal, and there's more of a traditional family unit, which has been refreshing in some ways.
Yeah, it has been really refreshing. But at the same time, we realize too that just because you have elements from a Christian worldview in your culture, it doesn't mean that you're saved. And sadly, there's such a dominating presence of Roman Catholicism here. You would be amazed. We're going to show you a couple clips, but everywhere you turn, there's some sort of facet of Roman Catholicism in the city that we live in.
Yeah.
And this behind us is a big, what we think to be a Catholic nunnery. So a place where nuns are. We see them sometimes on their bikes with all their nun apparel on, and then also driving cars and stuff like that. But anyway, this is just about a half mile from where we live. Okay, so here we are in Grodzisk Mazowiecki. We're pretty much in the middle of town here. This is actually really close to our church, maybe 100 yards from our church. And then if you look over here, there's a huge Catholic church called St. Anne's. So this is the church where we hear the bells ringing during the sermon on Sunday morning. This is a roadside shrine to Mary. You'll see people praying here and lighting candles. You actually will see these shrines often in Poland. This one is close to where we live and next to a McDonald's. Here's another shrine to Mary. This one is basically on the same campus as a big Catholic church and more ornate. This is a cemetery in our town that is lit up for All Saints' Day, also known as the Day of the Dead. And it's at this time that many people in Poland will go visit the graves of their deceased family members. And oftentimes they will even pray for their deceased family members that they will come out of purgatory quickly. You can also pay the priest to pray on your behalf as well. Here's a shot that shows more of the cemetery. I don't think we saw a single grave without at least one candle on it. So it's kind of pretty to see it so lit up, but it's also sad to think about what is believed here in Poland.
So a little as far as ministry updates, our main focus has been to learn Polish. We've been counseled that that is what we need to focus on because it's a long-term investment that we're making for ministry here in Poland. So we have 5 meetings a week for language learning. 2 with an elder from church, 2 with a tutor, and 1 with a language helper. Yeah,
and just a quick funny story. Last night I was at a conference, and before my friend Tomek got up to preach, the MC of the conference held up a box. It looked like an empty tissue box, and I thought he was saying, this is a box for collection, so if you want to donate to the conference, the box will be here in the front. But then about 15 minutes before Tomek finished preaching, the same guy got up and started passing the box around. I thought, this is so weird. Why are they doing a collection in the middle of the sermon? But it turns out it was actually a box for submitting questions for the Q&A later that day.
Yeah. So we know a little bit of Polish, not quite conversational, but enough to communicate basic phrases.
Just not very smoothly.
Yeah, just not very smoothly. And then a couple other ministry opportunities we've had is that Kyle's been meeting with a Polish man who's not a believer but is hungry to learn more about the Word. And also, we've been having neighbors and friends, unbelievers, over for dinner. As far as prayer requests, Kyle already mentioned that my health has not been very great since we've been here, so you could pray that I would continue to have more energy to take care of more household responsibilities by myself.
Yeah, then also you could pray for our language learning. We're trying to go Polish only right now, where we only speak in Polish, but it's just so hard to get started because we can't speak very well yet.
And many people here know English.
Yeah, so it's easy to use English as a crutch. So just pray that we'd have the courage to speak Polish and the humility to speak Polish, and that God would help us to figure out how to do that most effectively.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and please pray for Poland that people would come to know Christ and that men would be trained for pastoral ministry here. Thank you.